So, today is July 1st. I have 100 days to make my first short film. As you can probably tell, I've never made a narrative film before. I have a camera, software I built to help with exactly this, and whatever time is left over between nap times and real estate media business. Here's why 100 days specifically. It's long enough to actually make something real, develop a story, write a script, plan the production, film it, edit it, and hopefully get it into some form worth submitting to a festival. Or if it's not that good, then I'll just post it to my YouTube and do another. And it's short enough of time that I can't keep putting it off. The 100-day deadline is not an arbitrary number. It is the thing that makes this real instead of some plan that I'm going to talk about forever and never end up doing. I know I keep bringing this up in every video, but I really want to be honest from the start. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go, and I know it's going to be a struggle for a lot of you to keep up with me. And yes, I know how to operate a camera in the basic sense from working real estate media. I know how to edit footage together. I kind of understand the technical side of production, but making a narrative film, writing a story that works, directing it, shaping it in post into something actually worth watching, I've never done that really. This is a genuine first attempt, documented in public. Here is the film I'm going to attempt to make. The working title for this story is called Bleed. This is a bleak and intimate horror story about a father named Walker living mostly alone after a world-altering outbreak. His family has been affected in a way that keeps them mostly alive, but in constant, excruciating pain, and he's left to care for them in isolation. The story focuses on his daily struggle to balance love with the cost of keeping them alive. The central tension comes from what he is willing to endure and sacrifice to maintain that responsibility. It feels quiet, heavy, and unsettling, centered more on grief and devotion than action or spectacle. That's the idea anyways. And yes, I know, it's dark stuff. And that's just a summary for what I have planned for it. It gets darker. So, this is Be Creative Studio, the software I built for indie filmmakers. I'm going to use every relevant tool in it on this film, in the order they are meant to be used. Starting today with the project setup, I've created a new project for this short film. The dashboard shows me everything at a glance. What stage the project's in, what tools are available, where I am in the production pipeline. First things first, I have a problem. When a story gets in my head, I just can't leave it there. So yeah, I've already written the whole thing. Scenes, the structure, everything that I could think of. So I'm not going to be running the story through the story builder right now. I'll come back to that later if I need to tighten anything up. For now, I'm going to use the project intelligence tool to see how it scores from a commercial and festival standpoint. Anything over 70 out of 100 counts as a win for me. And sure, it's not perfect. It's not a Hollywood producer or some studio executive pretending to know what the audience wants. Honestly, maybe Hollywood could use a little help with that too. But anywho, this is the best gut check I've got before I move forward. There is a film I want to reference here because it is part of why I'm documenting this publicly rather than just doing it privately. Hearts of Darkness, a documentary made by Eleanor Coppola about the making of Apocalypse Now. She filmed behind the scenes as the production fell apart and was rebuilt, and nearly destroyed Francis Ford Coppola in the process. The resulting documentary is more honest about what filmmaking actually looks like, more than almost any instructional content I've found. And no, I'm not comparing this project of mine to Apocalypse Now. I'm not that crazy. Maybe I am. But here is what I have as of now making this film. A Canon R8, a nifty 50, a 15 to 35 L lens, DJI Mic 2, a Comica VM40 boom for audio, a tripod, a RS4 Pro gimbal, a Mac Studio, MacBook Pro for editing, Final Cut Pro. What I do not have: a crew, a lighting kit of any form, a production budget in any sense, or any professional narrative filmmaking experience. But Sean Baker made Tangerine on an iPhone 5S. It screened at Sundance. Robert Rodriguez made El Mariachi for $7,000. Equipment is not the limitation. I am the limitation. And the only way to make it through is to start. Here is how the 100 days are hopefully going to be structured. The first 30 days are development, story, script, and planning. Of course, as I've already said, I already have a rough draft of the story and script mapped out, but I'll definitely be going back through it and rewriting it a little more carefully. Days 30 to 60 are pre-production, script breakdown, casting, location, production schedule, and what budget I can scrounge. Days 60 to 80 are production. We actually film the damn thing. Of course, it won't take 20 days to film, but if I can only film on the weekends, it may end up taking that long. Days 80 to 100 are post-production. The edit, the color grade, the sound design, and if I think it's any good, the first potential festival submissions. But of course, it's a plan, plans change, but I will document what actually happens. I want to say one more thing before this video ends. My first and most important job is being a stay-at-home dad with my twins. And I own a real estate media business. So this is going to be the hardest 100 days of creative work I've ever attempted. And I'm trying to fit it into whatever gaps exist between those two things. There are going to be days where nothing happens, weeks where the project stalls, and moments the footage looks wrong, or the story just doesn't work, or I genuinely just don't know what to do next. I'm not gonna hide any of that. If this is worth watching, it's because it's honest, not because it's a success story told in reverse. Later today, or maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna run this through the Project Intelligence. I've already written the full story, so this is really about how it holds up from a market or festival standpoint. I kind of want to know if it has any type of international appeal and if the emotional core is strong enough to actually carry the film. I'll show you exactly what it comes back with, even if the score is low and I have to restart and come up with something else. If you want to see how this project turns out from start to finish, make sure you subscribe and follow along. My Instagram is B Creative Studios for the shorter form, reel type videos. But yeah, that's all I've got for the day. So day one, let's go.